All right, guys, I am Tom Downey. That is Mitchell Renz here. Let's move on to some preseason Week 2 winners and losers. Full disclosure, Mitch did them. So if you don't like them...
Well, I wrote them down. I didn't physically...
Mitch created the winners and losers list. He decided on the players.
This is a PG show, Tom.
Okay. Anyway, first up, Derek Carr, blame Mitch. I'm done.
I mean, Derek Carr is a winner. If you watch that game, if you watch the Raiders this entire offseason, that first series with Derek Carr was nice. 2 of 2, 40 yards. You hit Tyrell Williams. You hit Ryan Grant for a touchdown. The reason why I really think he's a winner is because you looked really good without your main piece, Antonio Brown. You looked really solid without your main tight end and Darren Waller. Plus, the offense just flowed. Josh Jacobs, 6-yard run. Josh Jacobs, 8-yard run. Josh Jacobs, another 6-yard run. I was impressed by Derek Carr. He looked good, plus that offensive line is protecting him. Let's not forget, Derek in 2016 was an MVP caliber quarterback. So this is what his numbers were looking like against Arizona. It was one drive. But after that, perfect, yeah. Hey, MVP, right? No. But Derek looked really solid, and I think the fact that he came out, he led a touchdown drive. Sure, it was against the Cardinals.
They're bad.
They are bad. But the Raiders, I think, in their first 2 preseason games have looked very, very solid. And Derek Carr, to me, Tom, he's a winner.
Okay.
He's a winner, and hopefully that can lead to some wins for the Raiders. So predict the Raiders' record.
6-10.
6-10. So the Raiders do have, I think, the hardest schedule in the NFL.
It's very difficult.
Very difficult. So Broncos game, I'll be at the Chiefs, and then they don't play home again until Week 9. So for everyone who's watching the show on YouTube and on Facebook, I know we have a lot of Raiders watchers. I run the Raiders Report, so predict the Raiders record. Josh says 7-9.
Okay.
Decent.
Same.
Don Burr says, screw the Raiders. I'm going to say the Lions are 10-6. Timo says 8-8. Seeing a lot of 8-8s. I see a 5-9, which I'll take the over on that. I don't really think that's possible. Hashtag math. Christian, you and I are on the same page. Nathan says 6-10. Sam says 6-10. Tom, they're going to go with you at 6-10 as well.
Pretty similar line of thinking there in that 6-10. I think the highest I've seen is 9-7. So I think that's a pretty fair, range overall.
I think they have a high upside, but I think they also have a little bit of a low floor. I think they do, Tom. I think they do. All right.
What's the high upside for Oakland?
11 wins.
Okay.
It's pushing it. I get it. I understand it's pushing it. All right, let's talk about another winner here, Tom. A guy that you like a lot. Tony Pollard, going to be the next Emmitt Smith.
Well, apparently he's the next Alvin Kamara based on my mentions. Let's start on the focus point here with the positive side of it. He looked great against the Rams. And yes, it was against the Rams backups, but 5 carries, 42 yards, a really nice touchdown run, a reception for 9 yards too. He did make one mistake. He missed a pass protection pickup. From what I've heard, the actual scheme design itself, he actually wasn't supposed to pass protect, but he tried to help out last second and just kind of whiffed, so it's a technique thing, less of a missed assignment thing. But look, he played great. Yeah. And Jerry Jones comes out and says, Zeke who afterward, making a little joke there. Look, the Cowboys front office has, I think, really gone out of their way to hype up Tony Pollard. I have pushed back on the hype about Tony Pollard because if you are expecting an Alvin Kamara type player this year, you're probably going to end up being disappointed. That's an unfair burden to place on a 4th round pick who was a backup in college.
Yeah.
That's a lot to ask of. Now, could he become Pollard? Sure, that's always a possibility.
He's already Pollard.
But or become Kamara. But if he can develop and just become a better version of Lance Dunbar, that's a hell of a pick by the Cowboys.
Yeah.
So I've been very impressed by Tony Pollard. He looked good between the tackles there. A definite winner, a good choice by you here, Mitch. But the hype train has kind of gotten out of control a little bit there.
So we'll slow down the hype train here a little bit and ask you a question, Tom. I'm interested to see what you have to say about this. And a lot of our watchers here are Cowboys fans. And for everyone who's not already subscribed to our Cowboys channel, Tom does a very good job, youtube.com/Dallas Cowboys Report. So can the Cowboys make the playoffs without Zeke? Why for yes and for no?
Can they? Yes. Does it hurt their chances? I'd say almost significantly.
Okay.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
If you take if you have to order who has the biggest impact on the Cowboys for the playoffs, Zeke's definitely one of the higher players because of the way the team is constructed.
So Josh, Malcolm, Ronald, Peter, they all say yes. Alan says no. I'm kind of like on the fence about it, right? I mean, I don't think without Zeke they win the division. I think then the division goes to the Eagles, so then can they get in that wild card spot?
It's a tough schedule. I think that they could make it, but I would not bet on them to make the playoffs.
All right, so can the Cowboys make the playoffs without Zeke? Type Y for yes, type N for no. Now, if you love the NFL, I got something for you. Subscribe to Chat Sports. We are the most interactive YouTube channel for NFL, NBA, college football content, anything you guys want. YouTube.com/ChatSportsTV. The link is below. Make sure you guys subscribe to Chat Sports. And I know if you didn't see it before, Tom said he'd shave his head for $150K. All right, next thing, we're going in here to the next winner. Lamar Jackson. Dude, he looked great. Looked cool, calm, and collected in preseason week 2, Tom. I was ecstatic. I'm a big fan of Lamar Jackson. He also chipped in for 14 rushing yards. Now, here's the thing. The best play of the game for Lamar Jackson didn't count because it was wiped out on a chop block.
Pretty cool play, by the way.
He, gets the ball, he's scrambling, he jukes out a guy, pushes another guy in, and then he's in the end zone. Lamar Jackson looks electric. A lot of fun.
He is fun.
Boogie, woogie, woogie, woogie.
Okay, now that's just weird.
Do you know the song?
No,
it's electric?
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Oh, my Lord.
I don't know. All of a sudden,
Tom, you were born in the 70s. You should know.
You start saying boogie, woogie, woogie. I'm like, did you just have a stroke? Like, what's going on there, Mitch?
You were the one born in the 70s. You don't know the electric slide. Lamar Jackson's going to be doing the electric slide. He's going to be doing that into the end zone. Tom's not actually married. All right, let's go to week 2 winners. Taysom Hill.
Wait, what is that?
Taysom Hill.
Okay. I believe you said Tyson?
I did. I'm hungry. I want some Tyson chicken. Sponsor the show. So Bridgewater, he struggled in the first half versus the Chargers a little bit. Then Hill came in, okay? Hill comes in the game, Tom, and he brings the Saints back. I know how much you love Teddy Bridgewater, but Hill looked good.
He did look good.
And he can get it done through the air. Mm-hmm. He can run the football. I mean, look at these numbers. 11 of 15 for 136 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. But wait, Tom, there's more. 5 carries for 53 yards. Look at that stiff arm. I'll tell you what, speaking of stiff arm, yeah, you know where I'm going with it. 5 carries, 53 yards, 10.6 yards per carry. That's exciting. Drew Brees is going to be able to do that. Teddy Bridgewater,
of course not
going to be able to do that. So, Tom, I know that you got a soft spot, or maybe I should say a hard spot, for Teddy Bridgewater. Who's the better quarterback? Type H for Hill or type B for Bridgewater? It's a tough one.
It's Bridgewater. I am not going to knock the player that Taysom Hill is. He's earned his
He
spot
might be the most
NFL.
Entertaining backup in the NFL.
Well, yeah, because you're talking about the second guy. I will make note here. I don't want to take away too much because Bridgewater didn't play that great, and he had some issues to work through there. Apparently he was sick, which excuse doesn't count.
Flu game?
The flu game. This was against the Chargers' 3rd and 4th stringers, by the way. So if you want a pure quarterback...
So you're reading the fine print.
If you want a pure quarterback, it's Bridgewater.
Okay.
If you want the better player to help you on the current Saints team, it's actually probably Taysom Hill because he does other weird stuff on offense and special teams for you.
So Ronald, James, Allen... Oh, wait, no. Ronald, Carson, James. They're going to go with Hill. Peter and Allen, they're going to go with Bridgewater on YouTube.
Give me Teddy B.
Okay. Tiffany S. Demps says, stop sleeping on my boys with the flex. Who's the better quarterback, Hill or Bridgewater? Let's go to the Buffalo Bills. We're going to talk about Josh Allen because I think he was a Week 2 winner. The Bills look good on offense, something that I thought I would never say with Josh Allen. They were leading at the end of the first half, 24-3, relatively quickly. And Josh Allen might have a new favorite target in Cole Beasley. He led a pair of scoring drives. The Buffalo Bills offense, led by Josh Allen, it looks good.
I've said before on the show, the Bills are my sleeper team to make the playoffs this year. I like what they did on offense. I think
their defense looks legit.
They've done a really good job of building around Josh Allen. It's kind of all on his shoulders right now. Of course, the supporting cast is not the greatest in the world, but it's a clear step above what it was last year.
That's not hard to do.
This was probably, I thought one of his better preseason games.
Yep.
Like maybe there weren't the same insane, massive arm throws we've seen at various times there, but accuracy has always been the problem with Josh Allen. Yes, it's against the backups, blah, 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 we know. But 9 of 11 with the 1 sack, and did nothing on the ground, which we know is one of the best parts of his game because he moves so well.
Yeah,
you can factor in those ground game yards.
He's got a big arm. He's got big legs to get it done also on the ground. So here are our preseason week 2 winners. Number 1 is Derek Carr. Number 2 is Tony Pollard. 3, Lamar Jackson. Number 4 is Taysom Hill, who might be better than Teddy Bridgewater. And number 5 is Josh Allen. If you guys don't like my list, hit me up on IG or Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365 and tell me, hey, Mitch, these are the guys who should have been your week 2 winners. Now, those are all winners, and here's the other cool thing. If you guys want a jersey of any of those winners, I want you to type J in the comments section. Or if you're like, I don't want any of those guys, Mitch, it's all good. We got a whole bunch of jerseys here. So type J if you want an NFL jersey in the comments section. I'll be looking down there on YouTube, and I'm going to be looking down there on Facebook as well. So if you want a jersey, I got something special for you. Tom, how can somebody get a jersey if they're typing J?
Well, head over to chatsports.com/mybookie. Use promo code ChatNFL for a 100% deposit bonus. Once you do that and sign up and place your first bet, of course, email us at promo@chatsports.com. That's chatsports.com. At promo@chatsports.com. About the URL again, we just put in the chat. Thank you, Dylan. Chatsports.com/mybookie, promo code ChatNFL.
So Sam, Gia, Christian, I see you typing those J's. Make sure you go out and get yourself a jersey because these deals right now, I'm telling you right now, you got to go out and get yourself a jersey. Shout out to MyBookie for hooking us up with this best deal out there. Maybe a jersey you don't want to get, Tom. It's Kyler Murray because he's been struggling a little bit. He has yet to cross the 50 in both preseason games. Now, I thought he looked okay in week 1.
Oh, solid. He only played 1 drive.
But he looked bad against the Raiders. Missed numerous throws, took a very ugly safety. I mean, look at this. This is like Tom Downey getting out of the tub bad. 3 of 8 for 12 yards and taking a safety.
I will make my note right now. Maybe we shouldn't overreact to preseason games in general.
Oh, I totally agree with you.
This is not the end of the world for Kyler Murray. Frankly, the 2 games for Kyler Murray, for Daniel Jones, for Dwayne Haskins, even for Drew Lock, it's 3 for Drew Lock now, they should not drastically change how you viewed them coming out. It's way too early for that. Unless you were right, in which case claim victory right now, because otherwise, what's the point?
Between you and me, I still think Kyler Murray is probably going to win Rookie of the Year, and it's exactly why I wanted to ask this question, because I've seen people freak out over the internet, like, oh, Kyler Murray's going to be terrible. You could tell how small he is. If you couldn't already tell that he was small, I really question what you were even seeing. So who would win, or who's going to win Rookie of the Year? Kyler Murray. I also had Dwayne Haskins up there. I don't think he's going to start. I think it's between 2 people.
I kind of like Josh Jacobs as a pick.
I think it's between Josh Jacobs and Kyler Murray. Christian says Hawkinson. That would be pretty crazy.
Ooh, especially given the tight end's history as a first-year player.
Jeff Rogers and Tanner, they're going to go Jacobs. Don Burr also says TJ Hawkinson. I'm seeing some Devin Bush in there. Y'all know that I love some Bush. So who will win Rookie of the Year? Make sure you guys comment below. Next loser, the Falcons offensive line. I don't know if you watched this game, Tom, but like, wow. The Falcons, they invested in the O-line the last couple of years. Matt Ryan gets sacked 3 times. The Falcons running game looked terrible. Now, sure, it might have been the Jets.
Not everyone was out there either, by the way.
I agree, but that Falcons offensive line did not look good. Let's go to my next loser. It's Kareem Hunt. Now, the reason why I think Kareem Hunt is a loser is, sure, he didn't play a lot. He only got 2 carries for 6 yards. But when he was on the field, I honestly thought he looked kind of lost. Plus, there has been numerous reports out there that Hunt doesn't look good, and all that I hear is how good Nick Chubb looks. Now, also, he's going to be suspended, Tom, those first 8 games. So here's the first games that he's going to miss. Week 1 versus the Titans, Jets on Monday Night Football, Rams Sunday Night Football, at the Ravens. Then you got the 49ers, Seahawks, that Week 7 bye, Patriots, and then he's going to be back against the Broncos. So he's going to miss all those games. And now we like the Browns. We said they were going to be around 10 wins. So predict the Browns record. The show's not about us.
10-6.
How about this? Over under 10.5 for everyone who's watching out there.
I'll take the under at that point.
Well, yeah. I mean, you just said 10-6. Over under 10.5 wins for the Cleveland Browns. I'm interested to see what you guys have to say. Let's go to the next loser. I mean, if this was about Beards, clearly a winner, but he was a loser this week. Josh Rosen started the game, which I think is important to note. Rosen then went 10 of 18 for 102 yards. Fitz played the second half against the backups Tom, and just simply didn't look good. Now, we know that's what you're going to get sometimes with Fitz.
It's who he is.
You're going to get sometimes you're like, this is the greatest quarterback ever. And you're like, oh my gosh, this guy, what is he even doing on the football field? 3 of 9 for 20 yards. Now, he is going to start from what it looks like week 3 of the preseason, which is the dress rehearsal game. But who's going to start more games? Rosen or Fitz?
It has to be Josh Rosen.
It doesn't have to be anything.
But no, it does. Because otherwise, what's the point? Like, what is your end game of starting Ryan Fitzpatrick if you're the Miami Dolphins?
Because maybe the Dolphins actually think they're going to win. I don't know, Tom.
See, that's stupid.
I agree, but it's the Dolphins.
So I think Rosen starts at least 10 of the games this year,
Carr's,
barring injuries.
So far, most of the people are definitely with you. Definitely saying R for Rosen, James, Skelly, Allen, Malcolm. Seeing a lot of R's there in the comments section. All right, Antonio Brown is my last loser.
Because of the foot or because of the helmet?
Foot, helmet, drama. Get yourself on the field. Until you get on the field, Antonio Brown, you're going to be considered a loser to me. The Raiders went out and paid you a whole bunch of money. And I think that if I could describe you with a simple emoji right now, it might be the clown emoji. So I want to ask everyone this question right now. Describe AB with a simple emoji. So I'm interested to see what you guys have to say on YouTube and on Facebook. So now here are my Week 2 losers. Kyler Murray, the Falcons offensive line. Matt Ryan got hit 3 times. Kareem Hunt, Ryan Fitzpatrick, Antonio Brown. Those are my Week 2 preseason losers. But we're going to end the show on a positive note here. Derek Carr's a winner. Pollard's a winner. Lamar Jackson's a winner. Taysom Hill's a winner. And number 5, my preseason Week 2 winners, Josh Allen.